He grew up in a broken neighborhood, inside a cramped apartment, where dreams were a luxury nobody could afford. Yet one day, this very boy would build a global empire worth billions, not through luck, but through pain, hunger, and an unshakable promise he made to himself as a child. He was born in one of the poorest housing projects in Brooklyn. The buildings were old, the walls cracked, the hallways dark. Most families there were just trying to survive. His parents struggled every month, not for comfort, but for basic dignity. He remembered the day his father slipped on ice, shattering his leg. He had no health insurance, no worker protection, no support. He watched the man who worked tirelessly every day lose everything in a moment, and the boy realized something painful and unfair. People like us don't get chances, we don't get safety, we don't get respect. He carried that memory for life. It was the spark that would later shape an empire. As a child, he found escape in dreams. He played sports, worked part-time jobs, sold newspapers, anything to help his family. Money was always short, sometimes the electricity got cut. Sometimes dinners were smaller than anyone wanted to admit. But he never blamed life for being cruel. Instead, he swore one thing. If I ever succeed, I'll build a company that protects people, a company my father never had. He became the first in his family to attend college. He didn't have money, he took loans, worked shifts, and pushed himself through exhaustion. Every lecture felt like a step away from the projects, and a step closer to a future no one believed he could reach. After college, he worked different jobs until one day, something unusual caught his eye. A tiny local coffee company. Small, simple, nothing special. But they had a unique idea selling high-quality coffee beans in a time when America only knew cheap, instant coffee. When he visited their store, he felt something strange, almost magical. He sensed potential the owners themselves couldn't see. He wanted to turn it into something bigger, something revolutionary. He traveled to Italy and saw espresso bars on every corner, places filled with life, community, conversation, belonging. People weren't just drinking coffee, they were sharing stories, they were connecting, they were building memories. He came home with a vision. To bring that coffeehouse culture to America, a warm, welcoming place between home and work, a third place. But his bosses rejected the idea. They told him it wouldn't work, that Americans didn't want fancy coffee, that nobody would pay for an espresso, that he was dreaming too big, so he did something terrifying. He quit. He raised money from investors, many of whom said no. He pitched to hundreds. He was rejected repeatedly, but he kept going, powered by the memory of his father and the vow he made as a boy. Eventually, he scraped together enough funding to start his own store. He didn't just sell coffee. He sold experience, community, comfort, respect. Then the breakthrough came. He acquired the small coffee company he first worked for and transformed it into something the world had never seen. Introducing espresso beverages, cappuccinos and lattes, coffee culture imported from Europe, a warm store design that made people want to stay, health benefits and protections for employees, even part-timers. A global brand centered on connection, not just caffeine. People said his vision was impossible, but slowly customers started lining up. Then the stores multiplied, then the brand expanded across the country, then across oceans, then across continents. A single store became hundreds, hundreds became thousands, and soon, his coffee concept became one of the largest global chains in history, with stores visible in airports, business districts, malls, and street corners around the world. The boy from the projects didn't just escape poverty, he built a company that transformed how the world drinks coffee, and, more importantly, how companies treat their workers. He rewrote the rules. He proved that kindness and business could coexist. He fulfilled the promise he made to his father, to never let his employees feel unseen, unprotected, or forgotten. His life teaches one powerful lesson. It doesn't matter where you start, it matters what you decide to become. Pain can break you, or it can build an empire. Do you know who this was?